Every day we make hundreds of decisions, some big and some small. We like to think that the decisions that we make are free and fair on our own, but what if someone or something was influencing us without us even knowing? Are we the master of our own puppet? Or is something else in control?
How did you do that?
No way! Oh my gosh!
What's happened?
Wow!
My name's Bryan Miles, and today I'm in Cape Town, South Africa. With a population of over 57 million people, South Africa is a country rich in cultural diversity, with multiple languages, religions, and belief systems. I took to the streets to get the average South African's thoughts on the concept of free will.
No, free will doesn't exist.
I think free will does exist.
Free will does exist.
There isn't free will.
No, I don't think there's free will.
Free will definitely exists.
You can be influenced, yes.
Apparently, to believe in free will is to believe that you are the author of your own thoughts and actions. I have my own theories on free will, and I think it's time I tested them out. Do you believe that the decisions you make in your life are free and fair on your own?
Yes, I think so.
Do you think you could be influenced somehow?
Yes, I also believe that.
Okay, so a combination.
A combination of both,
Okay,
yeah.
interesting. I want to write something down for you.
Okay.
I'm not going to show you what it is.
Okay.
I'm not even going to show the camera.
Okay.
Okay. So, let's do it. I don't want you to see what this is.
Okay.
Do you have a pocket on you there?
Yeah.
Can you pop that in your pocket for me, please? Great. That will be important for later on. Lelio, I don't know if you know, but there are over 170,000 words in the English language.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to click my fingers, and into the microphone, I want you to say the first random word in your mind. Only when I click my fingers.
Okay.
Okay.
Remote control.
Remote control. Okay, very nice. Okay, good, interesting. Let's do it again. I'll click my fingers, and then I want you to name a word that has nothing to do with remote control.
Okay. Umbrella.
Umbrella. Let's do it a final time.
Okay.
I'll click my fingers, and then I want you to name a word that has nothing to do with umbrella.
Okay. Cannon.
Cannon. So you said remote control, then you said umbrella,
Yeah.
and then you said cannon.
Yes.
And those are free choices, correct?
Yeah.
There's no ways I could know that you would end with cannon, correct?
Yeah.
But I did write down something for you. Check it out.
Please tell me it's not cannon. Oh my. How did you do that?
There's no ways that I could have influenced you,
Yeah.
but maybe your environment did. You said remote control.
Yeah.
This microphone I'm interviewing you with, it's not a remote. It's not. It's just a remote.
Oh my gosh, it's a remote control.
And then you said umbrella, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you look to your peripheral vision, you'll see an umbrella right there, right there.
Oh my word.
And then you said cannon.
Yeah.
If you look right here.
There's a cannon right there. That's amazing. That is amazing. How did you do that? It was random word association, and the first one was a remote control, which he had in his hand, and I somehow he made the connection of that, and then the umbrella, and then the cannon. But he wrote it down. It was amazing. Makes me feel a little bit scared.
We're often told that actions speak louder than words. So go ahead and copy me now. Place your left hand up against mine on the screen. Good. Did you put your left hand? Just checking. Make your left hand into a fist. Take your right first finger and touch it to your wrist. That's your elbow. As they say, actions speak louder than words, but maybe not always. I'm sure you've heard the expression, actions speak louder than words.
Yes.
Yeah? Keeping that in mind, I'm going to give you the chance to win some money.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Great.
You weren't expecting that, just having a nice walk here on the promenade, yeah?
no.
Okay, but before I do that, I need to give you a new name. And I've already decided on your new name. All right, your new name is actually a number. And it's this number here, 746121. That's going to be your new name. Can you just say that for me?
746121.
Okay, so 746121. If you can just wear that like a name badge for me just a second, you can just peel it right off there. That is your new name. Okay, very good. Just
Great.
look down, 746, say it again.
746121.
Perfect, you've got it. I did say you were going to win some money, and there's $100 on the line.
Okay.
Take it, hold it up to the light, have a look at Mandela's face, look at the watermark. Is that a real 100 Rand note?
I think so. Yeah.
It is, okay, good.
Let's
Crumple it into a ball.
It's a ball.
Crumple it into a ball, yeah, crumple it, go for it. Yeah, a nice tight ball. And put both your hands behind your back with the money. Let me explain how this is going to work. I want you to think of a number between 1 and 10, but don't tell me.
Okay.
Pass that note between your hands the amount of times as the number in your head. Just let me know when you're done.
Okay.
You done it? Good. I want you to think of a pet from your childhood, the name of the pet. Don't tell me the name, but pass the note that many times for the amount of letters in the pet's name.
Okay.
You're done? Okay, good.
Yeah.
You would have to admit that it's impossible for anyone here to know which hand contains the 100 Rand at this point. Your free decisions, okay? In a moment, you're going to bring your hands out in front of you like this, in closed fists, okay? Like a zombie, okay? Make sure there are no gaps to give away which hand has the 100. And also with your face, don't give away which hand contains the 100.
Okay.
Because here's the aim of the game. The aim of the game is for me to try and work out which hand contains that 100 Rand note. I only have one shot at it. So if I get it wrong, you will win the 100. That's on my side, okay?
Yes.
So bring your hands out in closed fists in front of you like a zombie. Make sure there's no gaps in the fists and keep an absolute poker face. All right, now can you just separate your hands just a little bit from me like that? Very good. I'm gonna commit and say that you have placed that 100 Rand note in your right hand, okay? I'm gonna put my hand here. When I say so, I want you to open your hand and drop whatever is in there into my hand. If it's the 100 Rand note, the crowd will go crazy for me. If it's not the 100 Rand note, your crowd will go crazy for you, okay? But I'm absolutely committed. Your right hand, if I'm wrong, you win the money. Your right hand, the 100 Rand. Open. Yes, there it is. There it is, very good. Okay, great. You can put your hands down. Being able to tell what a person is going to do after they've done it is one thing. Being able to tell what a person is going to do before they do it, that's a whole different ballgame. You placed a 100 Rand note in your right hand, correct?
Yes.
Your right hand. I gave you a new name before we started, a number.
Yes.
Right? You recall?
Yes.
You know the brain sees things upside down. Have a look at your number. You put it in your right hand.
Oh my gosh. Like it says right. Wow. That's insane. He gave me a chance to 100 Rand note.
But he had to give you a new name.
Yeah, he had to give me a new name first.
Which was 746121.
And then I had to crumple the 100 Rand notes in my hand and put it behind my back and pass it a certain number of times. And then I had to raise my hands and not indicate which hand my 100 Rand note was in, and then drop it. And then it turned out to be my right hand, which when you turned my number upside down, it said right.
And he correctly guessed that it was the right hand.
Yes.
That you had the 100 Rand note in front.
Are you really in control of your thoughts? If you don't know what your very next thought is going to be, where's your freedom of will? I have an experiment I'd like to try, and this should work on most of you. Inside of this rectangle, I want you to picture a dangerous animal you'd find in the jungle. Good, you should be done. I was also picturing an animal. I was picturing a lion. Were you picturing a lion too? Well, congratulations. But do you know why you were picturing a lion? Close your eyes just for a moment. Make sure the cameras don't even see it. Very slowly open your hands.
How did that happen?
Every day we're bombarded with images and slogans in the mass media. Magazines, flyers, and newspapers are all carefully designed to capture our attention and persuade us. They do this without our knowledge and without our permission. Take this newspaper, for example. Every single word in this newspaper has been carefully designed to draw you, the reader, in. Thousands of words in this newspaper, but in a moment, I'll only be interested in one word. I've brought along something today that I think a lot of the younger viewers might not be familiar with. It's actually a historical piece of history. It's an historical item. A newspaper. All right. Yeah. But Samantha, tell me, are you an avid reader? Do you read a lot?
I read online.
Online. Okay, good answer. Good answer. I want you to hold this newspaper between your hands like this. Good. Samantha, I have a confession to make. I have become absolutely obsessed with this newspaper. I bought it a couple of days ago, and I've read it from cover to cover. I've read every headline, every paragraph, every article, every advert. I've even read the weather and the stock exchange. I've read everything. I've become obsessed with it. I want you just to keep it between your hands, and can you close your eyes just for a moment? Just for a moment. Keep them closed. Only open them when I tell you to do so, okay? Just going to place something here. It's only going to be for a moment. Just there, just for a moment. Okay. You can open your eyes, Samantha. There are thousands of words in this newspaper. I want you to open the newspaper, go through it, and I want you to pick absolutely any word you like. Okay, it must be your choice. Just don't pick something like the, but, or if, or something like that. Just pick any word you like, and when you found it, I'll give you the pen, and I'm going to ask you to circle that word. Okay, so go ahead. Open it up, have a look through it. Any page. Do you have a word?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I want you to take this pen and can you just circle that word for me? Circle it nicely. All right, perfect. And if you could just show the camera the word that you've chosen, please. You've circled the word there, and you can see there, out of all of the words, it is the word franchise. Thousands of words in this newspaper, and you chose absolutely anyone. That was a free choice, correct?
Correct.
Franchise. Samantha, what if I told you I knew you were going to choose franchise? You wouldn't believe me. You need some proof. Well, Samantha, the proof is on your mind. Take it off.
No way. How? Oh my gosh. He gave me a newspaper and then asked to pick any word from the newspaper, any page. Before I could choose the word, he wrote down the word on this and then pasted it on my forehead. And then I looked for the word and then it was franchise. And then when I took this off, it was franchise. Unbelievable. I did have a free will because I chose the word that I wanted to choose. It's not a setup. I mean, I was just walking down the road with my friends. I mean, oh my word, it's phenomenal.
When it comes to making decisions, some people are actually afraid that they might be influenced to make a particular decision without even being aware of it. So to avoid this fear, they might resort to tossing a coin. They'd rather take a chance than make a choice. But is it possible that chance and choice are the same thing? Sifiwe, thank you so much for joining me today.
Of course.
You have absolutely no idea what we're about to do.
No, none whatsoever.
Sifiwe, when it comes to making choices in your life,
Yeah.
are you the type of guy that makes 100% sure that all of the choices you make are your own? Or do you sometimes leave things up to chance?
I sometimes leave them up to chance, yeah.
When I was younger, I could not choose which flavored sweet to eat. I would always leave it up to chance. Just reach in the jar and pull out whichever flavor I had.
Yeah.
That's the one I had to have. And it comes as no surprise, my favorite sweet from childhood, Chappies.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm sure you're familiar with Chappies?
I'm familiar
Yeah?
with the did you knows inside. I love it.
Yeah, exactly, right? Do you have a favorite? We only need 2 for what we're going to do. Do you have a favorite flavor?
Yes, I prefer the green.
Okay, all right. So my favorite was banana.
Okay,
So
awesome.
spearmint for you. We only need 2. And we're also going to need a coin.
Right.
And Sifiwe, in a moment, I'm going to turn my back. All right. What I would like you to do is I want you just to spin the coin and just let it fall by itself.
All right.
All right. Remember which way it falls up. Okay. In this case, it's tails. Okay. Let's just be clear. The side with the animal will be heads.
Yeah.
And the side with the coat of arms will be tails. Okay.
Sure.
So coat, tails, and animal head.
Heads.
All right. You'll spin it. You'll let it fall whichever way it does.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Remember which way it falls. Take my wallet and just carefully cover the coin.
All right.
Okay. Then you take the chappies under the table. You put one in your left hand, one in your right hand, whichever one you want. Just make sure you remember which color is where.
Yeah.
But make sure nobody else sees it, nobody else knows, and you keep your hands under the table.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna look away, and you do that for me now, Sifiwe.
All right.
So spin that coin.
Going through that.
Make sure the cameras don't even see if you like.
Awesome.
So I can turn back?
Yeah.
All right, very good, okay. Sifiwe, when my back was turned, you spun the coin,
Yep.
you let it settle, you remembered which way it came,
Yeah.
you then covered it with the wallet.
Yes.
You took the chappies under the table, you decided which one to place in which hand, and you remembered. You
Yeah.
did that all under the table, there's no one looking under the table, there's no one else around, all right?
Uh-huh.
Just bear with me for a moment, okay? Sifiwe,
Yeah.
I want you to very slowly keep your fists closed, bring them out, and just put them on the edge of the table like this for me. Turn your hands over, and very slowly open your hands, very slowly to reveal. Okay, interesting. So you've got the spearmint one here, and the banana one over here. That was your choice.
Yeah.
Yes? So green here and yellow here. Interesting.
Okay. Okay.
That was your choice.
Yes, that was my choice.
But the coin was complete chance.
Yeah, that was.
You spun it and you covered it, complete chance. Let's have a look and see. That's the coat of arms, so that is tails.
Yep.
That's what you remember, tails side up. Complete chance.
How did that happen? How did you know all that? Because I'm confident they didn't see it too.
Do you want a chappy?
I would love one. He first had me spin the coin and it fall down, either heads or tails, and I would cover it with his wallet. And I had 2 chewing gums placed on the table, one green, one yellow, and I had to hide them under the table, figure out which hand I would have them without anyone else seeing. And what happened thereafter is he was able to accurately guess which chewing gum was on which hand and which side the coin laid on. So that was, pretty mind-blowing.
According to a recent survey, nearly a quarter of the South African population spend up to 4 hours on the internet each day. That's a lot of information for our minds to process. Only some of that information is being processed by our conscious mind. The majority is being processed by our subconscious mind. I have a little experiment for your conscious and your subconscious mind, and it involves these different colored cards. In a moment, I'll deal these cards onto the table one at a time. It's going to be your job to count and remember how many letters are printed in green ink. Are you ready? Here we go. Good. You should be done. If you counted 4, congratulations. Your conscious mind is working perfectly because there are exactly 1, 2, 3, 4 green letters. Well, that was the first part of the experiment. Now it's time for the second part of the experiment. I want you to think of a simple object you'd find outside. Not something you'd find inside like a cup or a table or a chair, but something simple you'd find outside like a house or a car or a flower. Think of something now. Do you have an object in mind? Good. Now, be honest, were you thinking of a tree? If you were thinking of a tree, congratulations, your subconscious mind is working perfectly. But do you know why you were thinking of a tree? If you want to know why you were thinking of a tree, rewind this video. This is not a camera trick. Go ahead and rewind the video and you'll find out why. I have 1,000 Rand cash here.
Ah, serious? What has happened? Bryan Miles is he's a genius.
I want you to visualize a big white screen in your mind.
Wow.
I want you to imagine scoring the goal of your career. Are you ready?
Yes.
Some people, when confronted with a decision, do not rely on their own free will, but rather they rely on what the statistics say. But the question is, if the statistics were in your favor, would you be willing to bet against them? So your name is?
I'm Marlo.
Marlo, very nice to meet you. Thanks so much for willing to play this game. As you can see, you actually stand the chance to win 1,000 Rand cash.
Nice.
I have 1,000 Rand cash here for you, okay? I'll put that over there for now, all right? Do you play cards at all?
Yeah, I do.
Little bit?
Yeah.
Brand new deck of cards. Take it for me. Take the cards out of the box, and if you can just get rid of the jokers and the advertising cards, you can give them to me. We don't need those.
Cool.
Yeah, we don't need the jokers.
Like one advertising card again.
Okay, cool.
And then another.
Okay, perfect. So we don't need those. We'll just put those over there for now. Have a look through those cards. Make sure it is just a deck of cards, Marlo, and give them a good shuffle.
Okay.
And when you're happy that they're shuffled, put them nice and square over there for me. Good stuff. Okay. So Marlo, you have the chance of winning 1,000 Rand cash, no lies. But I want to ask you this question first. When you make decisions in life, do you base it on your free will, or do you sometimes look at what the statistics say?
Definitely always statistics, yeah. Calculations, planning, never just what I feel.
Okay, all right. Watch carefully. I'm just going to spread the cards. on the table here like this, okay? I'm just gonna spread them out so you can see each and every card. And I'm gonna remove one card at random, okay? So let's say this one, okay? I'm gonna put it here. Marla, I'm gonna explain how this game works, okay? In a moment, I'm gonna ask you to name a card, but I want you to listen very carefully. All you have to do to win 1,000 Rand is name any card that is not this card. In other words, there are 51 cards that this couldn't possibly be, and only one card that it could be. So the odds are stacked hugely in your favor.
Nice.
So Marlo, all you need to do is name any card that is not this one, and you win the money. So, can you name a playing card?
10 of hearts.
The 10 of hearts. Marlo, if this is any card other than the 10 of hearts, you will win 1,000 Rand. Does that make sense? Shall we have a look and see what it is? If it's any card other than the 10, you win. Oh, unfortunately, you are.
What?
The money is safe.
Serious.
Marlo, thank you
What? What has happened?
for being such a good sport. You can keep the cards
Oh, that's
as a souvenir.
That's I don't know what just happened. I thought it was like one easy 1,000 Rand that just went through my fingers. Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but I shuffled it as good as I could, and they opened up, picked one card randomly, and it just appeared to be the card that I was thinking of. It didn't look like he had any effort in it. It's like he was confident. He looked in my eyes all the time. I was checking the cards, like was he switching anything, but nah. This was all legit. I was trying to catch him out actually, just keeping my eyes on the deck, and yeah, I don't know how he did it. So. Bryan Miles is he's a genius.
There's an ongoing theory that certain advertising agencies use what's called subliminal influence. This is essentially where a hidden message is contained within an advert that's designed to influence your choice on a subconscious level. I'm no advertising guru, but I think I know how to influence the subconscious mind. Oh, if you're wondering what this is, it's just a doodle. But is it possible for a doodle to be more than just a doodle? I had a little bit of free time this morning, and I made one of these. Maybe you've made one of these before. I made a little doodle. This is a little doodle that I made this morning. I want you to look at that doodle just for 3 seconds. Good. Close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed down tight. I want you to visualize a big white screen in your mind. And onto that screen, I want you to project an image from your mind. So just take a moment and do that for me. Just nod your head if you've done that. Yeah, good. Okay, you can open your eyes. Now, just for the record, you were visualizing that image in your mind right now for the first time, correct? Okay. Can you say for the cameras here for the first time, what image were you seeing in your mind?
A light, like you see on the wall, on the roof, like there's a light.
Yeah, a light? Okay,
Yeah.
great. Anything else?
Then some teacup, yeah,
And a teacup.
yes,
So, like a light and a teacup.
yes.
I think you'll find this quite interesting, okay?
Okay.
I want you to watch very closely here. I think you'll find this interesting. Watch very closely, watch.
Wow. Yeah, that's exactly what was on my mind, like just now. How did it happen, actually?
And for lending me your mind, you can keep that as a souvenir.
Oh, thank you so much. You asked me to visualize anything on my mind. Then you asked me to close my eyes for a few seconds, and I did. And then I told him exactly what was on my mind. And then this. Amazing, right? Honestly, I never thought that one day I'll actually experience something like this. So I'm so happy. Yeah. And I can't wait to tell everyone about it.
In front of you are 5 soccer balls. Your feet are obviously very important to you. And if you were to injure either one of your feet, you wouldn't be able to play. And I want you to imagine scoring the goal of your career. Are you ready?
Yes.
Every decision we make in life has a reward or a consequence. We make our decisions, and then our decisions make us. Well, my decision today has brought me to this soccer field to meet with a young and talented South African soccer player. So Prof, tell me, how long have you been playing soccer?
I've been playing soccer for 7 years. It's like half of my life.
And what is it about soccer that you enjoy the most?
I enjoy playing soccer because it makes me feel happy. I feel safe when playing soccer, and it gets me away from the things that are bad that have been done at the townships.
When you're playing a match, would you agree that you have to make a lot of quick decisions and sometimes take big risks?
Yes, you have to. I agree. We have to do that because sometimes you're not sure whether to do the tackle or not. But if you do the tackle, it's safe for the team, but not safe for you. You can get a red card or something. But for the team, it's safe. They won't score. But also for the team, it's a risk because they will be short one guy in the field, and so I have to take big risks.
Your feet are obviously very important to you.
Yes.
And if you were to injure either one of your feet, you wouldn't be able to play.
I wouldn't be able to play because running, I wouldn't be able to run and stuff.
Come follow me.
Okay.
So Prof, in front of you are 5 soccer balls.
Yes.
In a moment, I'm going to blow the whistle. And when I do so, I want you to run up and kick one of the soccer balls into the goals. And I want you to imagine scoring the goal of your career. There's no goalie, so you have nothing to lose, okay? But only when I blow the whistle. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Yo! Come back here. There's almost a celebration there as well. Okay, come stand here. So you decided to kick this ball when I blew the whistle?
Yes.
I'm interested to find out what would happen if you decided to kick a different ball when I blew the whistle. So let's say you decided to kick this soccer ball. If you decided to kick this soccer ball, you see, and if you decided to kick this soccer ball, come with me. Had you decided to kick this one? Lift it up yourself.
Yeah.
And just to show you that it is real, that would have been your foot.
Unbelievable.
So Prof, had you made any other decision, this could very well have been the end of your career.
Oh. He showed me 5 soccer balls and said, choose one of those balls and then kick it into the goals. Imagine that is the goal of a career. He blew the whistle before I kicked the ball, and he was like the referee, and I was like the player kicking the penalty for the team. I could have chosen any of the balls, but look at that, and I would have got injured. I made the right decision by kicking the ball that I chose to kick. Because if I would have kicked another ball, I would have got myself injured for a career or something. Bryan Miles, he's amazing.
How did you do that?
Oh my gosh.
No way.
How did that happen?
What has happened?
Unbelievable.
Well, my journey in Cape Town, South Africa has come to an end. Playing Puppet Master and influencing the minds of South Africans has been interesting. Perhaps the only freedom we have is our freedom of will. But the next time you have to make a decision, maybe think twice.